Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Legacy Made Clear with your favorite attorney in mind, Mr. Aaron Stringer from Red Cliff Legal. Aaron, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Having a good day.
I'm glad that you are. My brain is almost working. But you're going to have to help me get through this. So, we've got something really interesting that I have never heard of before. There's something called the 5 by 5 rule in estate planning.
Yeah,
I had no idea what that was. I'm thinking, what is that? Some kind of a new In-N-Out burger? I'll have the five by
right.
five.
It could be. Yeah, sounds
so,
good.
so
Sure.
what is this and how does it work?
Yeah, so it's kind of an estate planning strategy, I guess, or just a method of getting property to the beneficiaries. So what it comes down to, like it's called, it's a rule, 5 by 5 rule. Um, Basically, it says that, and there are lots of ways to first of all, you name your beneficiaries. That's kind of step one, and then with trusts and estate planning in general, the next step is to figure out, okay, how do we transfer the assets to those beneficiaries. So with the 5 by 5 rule, we're saying that that beneficiary has a right to withdraw the greater of $5,000 or 5% of the trust total value, the value of
Oh,
the assets in the trust each year. So that's on an annual basis.
oh,
The idea here is that it's meant to provide some flexibility so that the beneficiary is able to have access to those funds each year. They're able to pull that out. They don't have to get the trustee's permission. It's just it's a set amount that they can pull out, and that way, as they need those funds, they can access those funds. Another purpose behind it is for um, protection for tax purposes. So um, the the trust itself, the trust fund, would not be considered property of the beneficiary with this setup. So it's not considered part of the beneficiary's taxable estate. So when the beneficiary dies, it would not, that whole, the trust that they're pulling from would not be considered part of their estate and would therefore not be counted against them when we're looking at the estate tax exemption amount.
oh, that's
So,
great.
yeah.
So,
Um,
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say one more benefit is uh, that the trust funds that you're pulling from, um, it is not, again, because it's not considered the beneficiary's property. It's not subject to collection. So if that beneficiary, whether maybe it's divorce or they just have a creditor that's coming after them, well, that trust that they're pulling from is not considered part of their estate, so it's not subject to like liens or being collected from it all.
Wow, that's great. So, does this have what might be termed a use it or lose it clause?
Yeah. So it doesn't accumulate, I
Yeah.
guess. So exactly, if you don't pull it out one year, that doesn't mean that the next year you get $10,000 or 10%. It's just that set amount for each year, and it expires, and you move on to the next year. Yep.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. So, does the beneficiary, can the beneficiary demand this amount without the trustee's approval?
Right. Yep. And that's one of the nice things about it. You don't have to go through that approval process like you might other requests for funds from the trust. So it's pretty. If it's set that way in the trust, then that means you have that guaranteed, at least that minimum amount that you have access to.
Wow. Can you do me a favor and kind of re-explain that how that calculation works with the 5% or which is greater? I mean, I didn't know
Yeah.
that attorneys had to be that fluent in math. It's a good thing I did not become an attorney. So
Oh
explain
well.
me how that works again.
I became an attorney, so I didn't have to do as much math. But
Yeah, what's going
from
on
time to
with this
time,
thing?
yeah, from time to time we have to. Yeah, so let's say, so again, the basis is that we're talking either 5% of the value of the trust estate
Okay.
or $5,000, whichever is greater. So let's say if we have a trust estate that's worth $100,000, then 5% and 5,000 are the same, so you get $5,000.
Okay.
If the trust estate is worth $400,000, 5% would be $20,000. So the beneficiary would be able to pull out $20,000
Okay.
instead of just that 5,000.
I got it.
And it doesn't have to be that full amount of $20,000. It's up to that amount.
So let's say that they pull out 10. Can they go back 3 months later and get another 10 as long as it's within that 12-month period?
Right. Yeah. As long as under that 5% amount.
Okay, cool. But if they don't pull the whole thing out, it doesn't roll over to the next year. It would go back to
Exactly.
20 grand.
Right.
Wow. That's, I had no idea. That's pretty amazing. That,
Yeah,
that,
it's one of the more technical aspects of estate planning. Most people are just, happy with just saying, okay, I've got 3 kids, split it up equally,
yeah.
and maybe they, get a percentage of their own share at 25 and another percentage at age 30, that kind of thing. But when needed, we can certainly formulate different things like this as well.
That's great. So, Aaron, if somebody has a question about this 5x5 rule, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, please give me a call at 435-817-9187. And email is another great way to get a hold of me. My email address is astringer@redcliffelegal.com.
Cool. Hey, thank you very much. We want to remind everybody to visit your website, redcliffelegal.com. Check out all of your other podcasts that are available on all the major podcast channels and also on YouTube. You've got a great archive on there. I would recommend that you guys visit at least his YouTube channel and look at all the different podcast episodes. Pull down the ones that have the most interest to you, and then contact Aaron if you have questions. Hey, thank you. I'll see you again next time. All right, take care.